got away with celestial tech.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
Imagine being thrown into the shattered remnants of the American wilderness, a land ripped apart by climate collapse and raging storms that seem alive. This is the world of Exoborne, not a place to conquer, but to survive. Here, every extraction is a battle against both man and nature. You strap into a custom exo-rig, a mechanical extension of your will, and head out into a landscape where tornadoes tear across valleys, lightning forks through the sky, and the wind itself seems to hunt you. Every session feels different. Dynamic weather transforms the battlefield, forcing you to adapt on the fly. You'll scavenge through ruins, loot other survivors, clash with AI factions, and fight to get out alive. After years of silence, Arc 2 stands as one of the most ambitious survival sequels ever conceived. Gone is the simple first-person survival of old. This is a third-person, Souls-like experience set in a prehistoric world where dinosaurs, tribes, and chaos coexist. The game shifts toward brutal melee combat, complete with intricate dodges, parries, and combos. You'll climb, mantle, leap, and parkour across vast primal landscapes teeming with life and danger. Massive creatures roam freely, from towering beasts of burden to predators that stalk the forests. The story will dive deeper into the Arc universe, promising a cinematic narrative experience unlike anything the series has done before. But while the ambition is immense, the wait continues. A derelict lunar base glows in cold neon, corridors echoing with the hum of broken machines. You step into that silence and routine, a first-person sci-fi horror inspired by 80s visions of the future. What begins as a mission of exploration becomes a descent into madness as you uncover the remnants of something that went horribly wrong. Abandoned living quarters, empty malls, and dimly lit laboratories tell fragments of a story you're left to piece together. Armed with nothing but your cosmonaut assistance tool, you hack terminals, scan for clues, and pray the flickering lights don't reveal what's watching. There's no combat, no safety net, just stealth, sprinting, and the creeping dread that you are not alone. Development has been a long journey, but the team insists the finish line is near. When routine finally launches, it promises to be a haunting reminder that in space, the quiet is often the loudest scream. Welcome to the vertical sprawl of a cyberpunk future where freedom has a price. And you've already sold yours. In Vigilancer 2099, you play a bounty hunter trapped in a neon-drenched megacity, caught between corporations, criminals, and your own survival. Every alley pulses with holograms, rain, and danger. You can customize your implants, change your appearance, and traverse the city through parkour and high-tech mobility. Jobs arrive one by one. Track a fugitive through the underbelly, hack a security network, interrogate a suspect, or eliminate a target before they vanish into the crowd. Every choice earns you credits, your ticket to freedom or deeper debt. The developers recently rebuilt the game in Unreal Engine 5, adding more fluid combat, realistic lighting, and dense interactive environments.
Who is really?
Better. He's a regular.
Meaning what?
56. I repeat, backup is needed.
From the creators of Life is Strange comes Aphelion, a cinematic sci-fi adventure that swaps suburban mystery for interstellar survival. Two astronauts crash land on the frozen alien world of Persephone, a planet wrapped in ice, silence, and secrets. Separated by the crash, Ariane and Thomas must navigate the desolation to find one another and uncover the truth behind their failed mission. You'll cross frozen valleys, explore buried facilities, and uncover the strange anomalies hidden beneath the planet's surface. The story weaves tension and hope, blending stealth, exploration, and quiet emotional moments. The Hope 01 mission patch was even designed in collaboration with the European Space Agency, grounding the game's fiction in real-world authenticity. In the heart of the Silk Road lies a kingdom swallowed by dust and time, Loulan. Here, in this forgotten desert, you awaken as a cursed warrior, a skeletal guardian reborn from the sands to fulfill a broken promise. To save the princess you once swore to protect, Loulan. The cursed sand invites you into a mythic, crumbling world where every gust of wind carries whispers of the past. The setting is haunting, towering ruins half buried in dunes, ancient temples glowing faintly beneath the desert moon, and storms that can strip the flesh from bone. Combat is both brutal and poetic, letting you shift between two forms, as a bone-clad revenant wielding raw strength, or as living sand, flowing, reforming, and striking with elemental fury. This transformation is not just a visual spectacle, it's your key to solving puzzles, reaching hidden paths, and unleashing devastating attacks. The legend, there was a man in training, reckless, brilliant, and untested. 007. First Light rewinds the clock to James Bond's formative years, placing you at the heart of his transformation into the world's most famous secret agent. Developed by the creators of Hitman, this game blends stealth, charm, and cinematic action in a way only MI6's finest could deliver. You'll infiltrate lavish parties filled with hidden agendas, tail enemy agents through the streets of London, and engage in high-speed car chases that blur the line between chaos and precision. Gadgets, disguises, and manipulation become your weapons long before the Walther PPK. Each mission brings you closer to earning that iconic 00 license, proving not just your skill, but your nerve.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Welcome back to Albion, a land of wonder, wit, and wickedness reborn for a new generation. The Fable reboot from Playground Games reimagines the beloved fantasy world as a living storybook, rich with humor, morality, and mischief. Built on the Forza Tech engine, this version of Albion is stunningly detailed. Forests glisten after rain, villages bustle with gossip and laughter, and every moral choice leaves ripples across the world. Heroes rise and fall not by destiny, but by the weight of their decisions. Whether you choose the noble path or indulge your darker impulses, the world will remember. The developers promise a modern fairy tale infused with charm, satire, and heart. The spirit that made Fable a legend, now elevated to cinematic heights.
Oh.
After more than a decade, Rockstar is ready to rewrite the rules of open-world gaming once again. Grand Theft Auto 6 takes us back to a familiar yet reimagined setting. Leonida, a sprawling, sun-drenched version of Florida filled with vibrant cities, chaos, and opportunity. This time, two protagonists share the spotlight, bringing dual perspectives to a story of crime, survival, and ambition. The release date is now officially set for November 19, 2026. After multiple delays that only heighten the anticipation, Rockstar's aim is clear: to create not just a sequel, but a cultural moment, a living, breathing world that evolves with time. And while patience is required, the promise of freedom, danger, and that unmistakable Rockstar storytelling makes the wait almost unbearable. When it finally drops, GTA 6 could once again redefine what an open-world game can be.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
You and me, Lou. We got this.
We got it.
Hey.
Deep beneath the neon decay of a cyberpunk metropolis lies Unit 199, a sealed basement where the boundaries between human and machine have rotted away. You are a low-level concierge, sent to perform a simple repair job, until reality begins to fracture. Dreadcore Locked Unit is an indie horror that thrives on atmosphere and tension rather than combat. You explore narrow corridors bathed in flickering light, solve environmental puzzles, and piece together fragments of a story buried beneath layers of data corruption and madness. The deeper you descend, the more the world around you bends. Technology whispers, walls pulse, and the line between organic and synthetic dissolves. It's designed as the first chapter of a larger anthology, each part exploring new horrors in the same decaying world.
Don't be afraid.
In a realm where reality and horror collide, rules of engagement. The Gray State throws you into a dimension known as the Horrorverse, a collapsing world filled with alien horrors, rival players, and the constant tension of survival. You step into the boots of a Strider, a mercenary who enters this unstable dimension to collect strange otherworldly artifacts and escape before the realm consumes you. It's a free-to-play extraction shooter that blends PvP and PvE into one relentless experience, where every expedition can end in triumph or death. The monsters you face are Lovecraftian nightmares, twisting, mutating, and evolving with each incursion. Your success depends not just on skill, but on tactical decision-making, resource management, and the ability to read the chaos around you. Elegant, violent, and mesmerizing. Phantom Blade Zero is a martial arts action RPG that fuses Eastern philosophy with lightning-fast sword combat. You play as an elite assassin betrayed by his own organization, cursed with a deadly poison that will claim your life in 66 days unless you find the cure. That ticking clock turns every battle into a desperate dance against time. The gameplay flows like a symphony of blades, each slash, dodge, and parry crafted with cinematic precision. You'll traverse ruined temples, mist-shrouded mountains, and corrupted cities, facing enemies who move and think like true warriors. The developers recently unveiled over 20 minutes of raw gameplay footage showing intricate boss fights, fluid motion, and stunning Unreal Engine 5 visuals. The nightmare returns, and this time, it's personal. Resident Evil Requiem, the next main entry in Capcom's legendary horror saga, is set to release on February 27, 2026. This chapter revisits the ruins of Raccoon City, 30 years after the original outbreak, now reimagined as a decaying monument to mankind's failures. The infection has changed, evolved, and so has the way you fight it. For the first time, players can switch freely between first-person and third-person perspectives, blending classic and modern styles into one seamless experience. The story delves deep into the series' legacy, reconnecting with familiar bloodlines and introducing new faces caught in the cycle of bioterror and revenge.
Grace. They're coming.
There's no escaping your destiny.
From the Turkish studio Motion Blur comes Black State, an Unreal Engine 5-powered action-adventure that merges stealth, science fiction, and mystery into one cinematic storm. You're recruited by a secret scientific organization after a catastrophic event fractures reality itself. Strange portals have appeared, gateways to alien worlds filled with impossible physics and hostile entities. Your mission? Investigate, survive, and uncover the truth behind the disaster. Gameplay combines tactical infiltration with fast-paced shooting and puzzle solving, all wrapped in breathtaking visuals that push realism to its limits. Advanced lighting, ray tracing, DLSS 4. Every detail works to immerse you in this fractured reality.
Watch out! Enemy spotted!
What are they doing with those human bodies in those tubes?
This tech is unlike anything.
He's back, claws out, eyes burning with fury. Marvel's Wolverine from Insomniac Games promises to deliver a darker, bloodier side of the Marvel Universe. Set across iconic locations like Japan, Madripoor, and the rugged wilderness of Canada, the story dives deep into Logan's tortured psyche, exploring the man behind the mutant. Expect a mature tone. This isn't a quippy superhero adventure, but a visceral journey of vengeance and survival. Combat is fast, brutal, and personal. Claws tearing through enemies in cinematic fashion, each strike echoing with raw emotion. Familiar characters like Mystique and Omega Red make appearances, each adding to Logan's turmoil. Built exclusively for PS5 and slated for a fall 2026 release window, Wolverine stands as Insomniac's boldest project yet. A game that channels rage, loss, and redemption into one unforgettable experience.
Finding me. But I'd be lying. Just not for me.
The world has ended, but your salvation runs on rails. Steel Arc takes place in a post-apocalyptic wasteland where your only refuge is a massive, customizable train that doubles as your base, lifeline, and home. Every carriage tells your story. Workshops clang with machinery, storage cars overflow with scavenged goods, and laboratories hum with fragile experiments meant to keep you alive a little longer. You'll venture out into ruined cities, irradiated plains, and shattered valleys to gather resources, battle hostile factions, and keep your steel fortress in motion. Survival means constant adaptation, upgrading your train with armor, defenses, and specialized carriages to face the dangers ahead. Weather, radiation, and creature attacks keep every journey unpredictable. Welcome to the 14th century, but not as history remembers it. In Blight survival, Europe has been overrun by a mysterious infection that twists the dead into monstrous abominations. You play as one of the few knights left breathing, fighting not for glory, but for the faint hope of salvation. The game mixes gritty medieval combat with co-op horror, letting up to 4 players band together against the spreading plague. Every mission feels like a descent into hell, crumbling fortresses, fog-soaked forests, and abandoned villages crawling with the infected. Combat blends precision and brutality, evoking the weight of Dark Souls and the tactical realism of Mount and Blade. Each swing of your sword feels earned. Every encounter is a test of coordination and nerve. The Elder Scrolls 6 remains cloaked in secrecy, a myth whispered among fans waiting for the next great journey from Bethesda Game Studios. What little we know hints at a massive leap forward in world building, a handcrafted realm filled with kingdoms, intrigue, and ancient magic. The developers have confirmed that production is active, though a release before 2027 now seems unlikely. Yet, even with no footage or firm details, the legacy speaks for itself. This is the series that redefined open-world fantasy, where every path, decision, and conversation could shape your destiny. The expectations are monumental. Players want deeper role-playing, smarter AI, richer stories, and a world that feels truly alive. From the creators of Black Desert Online comes Crimson Desert, a sprawling, brutal open-world action-adventure set on the war-torn continent of Pywel. You play as Cliff, a battle-scarred mercenary leading his crew through a land crushed by conflict and haunted by myth. Every scene bursts with cinematic energy, swords clashing under stormy skies, colossal beasts tearing through villages, and mercenaries fighting not for gold, but for survival. The game blends real-time combat, exploration, and storytelling with the power of next-gen technology. You can feel the dust kick up under your boots, the rain drench your armor, and the chaos unfold in seamless transitions from gameplay to cutscenes. Recently delayed to March 19, 2026, Crimson Desert continues to grow in ambition with each new reveal.
For those who have survived, and for those who will live on.
The hum of engines, the screech of wheels, and the promise of progress. Transport Fever. 3 transforms the world of logistics into a living, breathing ecosystem. This next chapter in the beloved simulation series lets you build vast transportation empires that connect cities, industries, and entire continents. Trains thunder across plains, ships carve through oceans, trucks conquer mountain roads, and helicopters slice through the skies. Every vehicle is part of a grand machine, your machine, designed to move goods and people through a world that reacts to your every decision. 4 unique biomes, temperate, desert, tropical, and subarctic, each bring their own challenges, from snow-choked railways to sand-blasted highways. The new night and day cycle adds beauty and tension, with fog, altitude, and weather directly affecting your network's efficiency.
Efficiency brings success. No matter the challenge, transportation to the latest wonders of technology.
The ruins tremble as your blade strikes stone. This is Fatekeeper, a first-person action RPG that throws you into a world where ancient power still breathes through the dust of forgotten empires. You awaken in a temple long swallowed by time, surrounded by flickering runes and whispers of gods who have turned to ash. Here, every battle feels personal. You swing your sword, deflect a blow, then unleash bursts of raw sorcery that crackle through the air like thunder. The world around you is handcrafted, filled with secrets and sacred relics waiting to be discovered. From dim forests echoing with monstrous cries to vast, crumbling citadels haunted by memory, every step pushes you deeper into the mystery. When the Earth fell, humanity refused to die quietly. In Exodus, you step into a dying universe where the last remnants of mankind have become nomads among the stars, searching for a new beginning. Developed by Archetype Entertainment, a team of RPG veterans, this game promises a sweeping sci-fi epic where your every decision ripples across time itself. You command a crew of survivors aboard a colossal starship, charting unknown worlds and facing cosmic empires locked in endless war. The combat blends third-person shooting with close-quarters melee, all while the story plunges you into moral choices that can reshape entire civilizations. Every mission, every dialogue, every sacrifice matters. The tone is grand yet intimate, humanity's final hope carried in your hands.
Burning time. Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other rich.
I'm not just here to look pretty. This place is forbidden. The price is death.
Neon rain falls over Los Angeles once more. In Blade Runner 2033, Labyrinth, you step into the shadows between 2 iconic films, after the event known as the Blackout, when the city's systems collapsed and humanity's sins were momentarily erased. You play as a former Blade Runner drawn back into the hunt amid the ruins of memory and identity. The city is alive with smoke and holograms, full of ghosts that may not be human at all. As you dig deeper, you'll uncover a mystery that blurs the line between real and artificial, truth and illusion. Developed by Annapurna Interactive's internal studio, this marks the first Blade Runner game in decades, and it looks every bit as moody and introspective as the films that inspired it.
That no longer exist. That's where you'll find me, picking through the pieces.
Far beyond the familiar battles of Jedi and Sith lies a time of peace, but peace never lasts. Star Wars Eclipse is set in the High Republic era, centuries before the Skywalkers, and it's one of the most ambitious Star Wars games ever attempted. Created by Quantic Dream and Lucasfilm Games, it fuses cinematic storytelling with player-driven choice across multiple characters and intertwining destinies. You'll explore uncharted regions of the Outer Rim, vibrant cities, dense alien jungles, and worlds brimming with mystery. The story hints at a shadow rising within the Republic, testing both the Jedi Order and the fragile unity of the galaxy. Expect breathtaking visuals, complex moral dilemmas, and action sequences that flow seamlessly into the narrative. Every decision you make could change the fate of the galaxy.